Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of That Average Joe. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can change your appreciation for life by changing just one simple word in your thought processes. Sounds pretty amazing and it sounds highly unlikely, but just stick with me and I'll let you know what I mean. So here we go. When I think about what I have to do every day, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work. I hate getting up early. So once I go to work, I have to work 10 hours a day. Once I'm done with work, I have to drive 35 minutes to go to the gym. Then I have to work out for an hour. Then I have to drive 35 minutes back home, where I have to prepare a meal for myself. And then I have to clean everything up and I have to go to bed early so that I can do it all again the very next day. When I think about it that way, it's actually a bit overwhelming. I have a lot to do that I have to do every day to make everything work. And it seems very scripted out and kind of sad. I have so many things that I have to do that I really don't have time for things that I'm wanting to do, or it just kind of seems like I'm a slave to my life. But we're going to take that and we're going to change one word from have to do things to get to do things. And funny enough, when I was actually writing all this stuff up, when I was writing out all the things I have to do, immediately I thought, wow, this is crazy. I have to do all this stuff every day, and I've got to find a way to cut things back and everything like that. But once I got to the get to do things, it actually put things in a completely unique perspective that all of a sudden things started kind of making sense to me. So when I say I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, like I said, I hate getting up early in the morning. I'm a night owl and I hate getting up early. But when I get to get up early at 4:30 in the morning, rather than focusing on the fact that I hate getting up early, I actually look at the idea that getting up early allows me to get to work early. And then that allows me to have extra time in the evenings to do the things that I really want to do. It's that getting up early that I really don't want to do that allows me to have free time to actually have a social life, to get to go to the gym and do extra things that I want to do in the evening. So even though I don't like it, getting to do that, getting to actually make my schedule up that way is such a boon to me that I'm really blessed that I can do that. So then I go to work for 10 hours. When I looked at it as having to be there for 10 hours, I thought that's a very long time to be at work. And I just really thought, I hate being at work that long. But when I started thinking about it as getting to be at work for 10 hours, again, I thought, wow, okay, so I'm there for 10 hours, which means I only work 4 days a week. I work Monday through Thursday. That gives me a whole extra day every week to be able to do the things that I want to do where I'm not at work. So although those 10 hours is a long day, getting to do that actually is another big boon for my life overall, having that extra day of time. And I'm very lucky, once again, that I get to make my schedule out where I'm there for 10 hours. So, and then driving to the gym. So having to drive to the gym, immediately I'm thinking, what a waste of time to have to drive to the gym every day. I'm spending over an hour driving back and forth from the gym. And so immediately I think about traffic. I think about what I could be doing instead of driving to the gym. And I love going to the gym, don't get me wrong, so I'm not going to quit, but it really sounded like a big chore to have to do that. But when I thought about getting to do it, I actually began listening to audiobooks when I was going to the gym. I listened to music for a long time and was like, I've heard the same music over and over. And I started listening to audiobooks, and it's actually become one of the things I look forward to every day. I get to listen to a book for over an hour every day. I'm going through books really fast. When you think about spending an entire hour on a book every day, then, you go through books. I'm going through adventures and everything every evening when I'm driving to and from the gym. So it's actually kind of cool that I get to do that. But immediately I discounted all that when I thought about having to do it rather than getting to do it. So once I'm at the gym, I have to spend about an hour working out. And when I think about having to do it, immediately I want to get out of it. Even though I love going to the gym, I really do. I think when someone tells you you have to do something, immediately you kind of put up that wall, like, I don't want to do this. But when you think about getting to do it, I enjoy the gym. I really do. I enjoy all the benefits from it. I enjoy getting my body ready to be able to do physical activities that I want to do outside of the gym. I think about all the hormones and the endorphins and the people that I met in the gym that I like to talk to every day and that become my friends over time. And I think I'm really lucky to get to go to the gym every day. So again, it's funny, but I fell for my own trap when I was making this video, because when I thought about having to do things, I automatically went into a very negative headspace. But as soon as I started thinking about getting to do them, it changed my entire perspective on things. So hopefully this is going to work for you too, but I'm not done yet. So when I think about having to go home after that and make a meal, I think, oh man, I've already been at a long day today, and now I get to go home, make a meal, which makes a mess that I'm going to have to clean up. But when I think about getting to do that, see, I go over and have like family dinner usually about 3 times with my immediate family over the week. And we make stuff come together, and, it's actually a good thing. I think I get to share this stuff that I made with my family, and they get to enjoy it. And then even on the days when I'm not doing the family dinner, sometimes it's nice to come home and make yourself a treat that you've earned after doing all of this stuff that you get to do every day. And so after that, getting everything cleaned up and everything, I'm never going to be one of those people that love to clean, and I really don't love to cook. But getting to do that and getting things cleaned up actually has kind of a good feeling. Now, when I think about going to bed in the evening, like early, I have to go to bed early if I'm going to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I immediately think work is stealing away my free time when I have to go to bed early. It sucks. I don't want to go to bed early. I want to stay up late because I'm a night owl. But again, getting to go to bed early, I get extra sleep, which I love sleep as well. So I'm getting something good. It makes me a nicer person to be around. It makes me feel better the next day. And it's a good thing that I get to go to bed early, because the getting up early and going to bed early, they're kind of the two faces of a coin. You can't really have one without the other. So going to bed early, getting to go to bed early, opens up the path to get to do everything else the next day. And when you think about it, when you think all of the things you have to do every day, The next day can seem like a chore before you've even started it. So you think, I have to do all of this stuff again tomorrow. And it automatically seems like you have this set script. This is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. I got to do this to go to this, go to this. And it can seem kind of taxing, tedious. But when you think about getting to do all of this stuff the next day, you think, gosh, the alternative is I wouldn't be here to do all of this stuff the next day. And it also kind of frees up that script for a little bit of segues into things. Rather than just feeling like you have this rigid script to follow the next day, when you get to do things, you actually look at the smaller things that may be enjoyment. There's enjoyment at work. It's not always a bad day every day. And there's enjoyment when you are at the gym, or there's enjoyment when you're cooking. Even if it's not something you really want to do, it's easy to look over all of those small little things that are enjoyable when you feel like you are having to do it. When you get to do it, you can look at all those little things and add them into the equation. I mean, think about it this way. How many of you guys have thought, I have to go someplace with my friends this Saturday? And immediately you think, gosh, I could be doing other things on my Saturday, because I have to do it. It's this set point that you're having to work towards. And then you end up talking yourself out of doing it because you feel like it's something you have to do. And then you sit at home and you're bored. When you get to go someplace with your friends, it's actually an exciting thing. You're getting to go do something with your friends. You're probably going to have fun. And a lot of times, even when you don't have like the fun, you have some stories to tell later that you can look back on. So it's all about changing just a little bit of the perspective of what you do every day. And it's really easy when you start looking at the things that you have to do as being the things that you get to do. So give it a try over the next couple of weeks. And whenever you come up with something and you're like, gosh, I have to do this, think about it with, I get to do this, and see if it kind of mellows things out for you. And hopefully it'll work for you. It's actually worked for me already, and I'm kind of happy I made this video because it helped me. So thanks for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back for another episode in the future. And from That Average Joe, I say, go out there and get to do all the things you want to do. Thanks again.